That's right, everybody. It's your man, Spin Nation here, Sean Patrick Nolan, with my other man, my right man, Riders Up, Tim, night at Woodbine, just 1 week away from the big Kings plate up there as we get closer and closer. How are you, Tim?
I'm doing wonderful. Back to school today, so I'm ready for some cocktail lounge action to relax a little bit of getting back into the groove of things. Can't wait till next week because I believe we'll have a man on the track.
Love it. Yes, absolutely. Exactly. We are excited to be there for the big Kings Plate week. Absolutely. Bobby D already in the house. Carolina Moon. Look at this. We even have the Wolf of Oaklawn in here tonight. Look at this.
You know why he's checking in, Sean? He heard that last 2 weeks ago, we doubled up our bankroll. Last week, we tripled our bankroll. The Wolf's here to cash it, get some money.
Love it. Love to see it. One of the best shows to see. If you check all his shows out, one of the best on the net, period.
I think he's probably just a little sad, Sean, because he's been doing the Tuesday nights with Matt, and they didn't get to have their Tuesday night. So Wolf's looking for some action.
Absolutely.
Tell me if I'm wrong, Wolf.
Hey, Jesse, how are you, my friend? Hope all is well. Great to have you. As we're going to Woodbine Race 4, we just had a thrilling Race 3 in which the two favorites went up and down the wire. Looked like the 4 was going to get them, but the one Mexicoffee came charging back on the rail and would not be denied for a nice 1-4. And my partner had the exacta, so he's off to a good start, and he's going to keep it rolling tonight here for everybody. Love to have you. You're most welcome, a good man.
It wasn't sexy, but I'd rather cash tickets on a couple of favorites than tear up tickets on those that are not.
Amen. Amen. So we're going to be doing races 4 through 8. Tonight we got the bankroll going. Let us know, as always, who you guys like. Very excited. Very excited. Yeah. And
interesting card a little bit here tonight, I think.
It is. Yeah, I agree. Looked at it. We
do have a couple of scratches here in some of the races, but still got some decent cards.
Yes,
decent fields, excuse me.
Absolutely. They tend to, the week, I find, Tim, the week before the plate, they get a little thinner because everyone's kind of pointing in the same direction, if you will, So the fields get a little thinner, but still a great card nonetheless for our great friends up at Woodbine. Durbin, thank you as always to you guys for letting us show the races, and I will introduce them very soon here in 1 second so that we can have that wonderful screen that they always provide for us. Exactly. Thank you as always, and I'll bring this right up to Woodbine Race 4. There we go. Bring that up there. And voila. We have 23 minutes to go to Race 4. Got a couple of scratches, the 1 and the 3. But exactly, still a great field of 9. Going 1 mile and 16th on the turf. Made in 15,000. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Are we still on the turf for this one? I think.
Yes. Yeah. The only one I saw that was off the turf was the first race.
First race. Okay.
Yeah, the first race. So this one's actually I'm sorry, the first the first race that we were coming into, which was this one.
Right. Okay. So this one's off the turf.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then the 5th and the 8th are on the inner turf.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. And then for anyone who wants to know out there, the inner turf at Woodbine is one of the greatest turf courses in North America. It dries out better than any other track, and it has to take a lot of water. I mean, a lot of water for them to get off it, and it dries out tremendously. So the EP Taylor takes a lot more water, but the inner turf does not, which is a kudos to them. So it keeps them on the turf. So yeah, exactly. So we got the field of 9. here, Tim, Zach, and I looked at both services, so I was ready to go. And let us know out there who you guys like. Carolina Moon, great to have you with us. Jesse, let us know who you like, my friend. This was an interesting race here, I thought, for the connections. I definitely think interesting. The 4 to no surprise. The 4 Wild Queenie is definitely taking some action here at 7-5.
Right.
This horse, I think Mike DiPaolo put this horse in all along and hoping it would come off the turf, and he's gotten his wishes. And this horse was running against 25 solid on the last time. Came in third, but against Black Diamond Denny, who is Catherine Day Phillips' horse, and Emperor's Treat, who would be much the best in this field, probably 1-5 versus those group. So this is definitely, I think, the horse to beat. Wild Queen, my second pick. Turn over here. I'm right with them, was the 9. Again, going against 23 and 25. It looked like it faded, but it was going up against much better. So I think this was the horse. And my third pick, I know everyone wanted to go for the 10 Iron Princess. I'm kind of fading that horse in this race, and I'm going with In It to Win It in the third spot. Again, facing much better before, but this is a wide open race. Tim, who did you like here in this race for?
So I agree with everything you said, and I understand why they're going to the 4. But the thing about the 4 that gets me when I looked at the 4 as compared to some of the others is that the 4, yes, is coming out of racing against Bettor, and that last race wasn't horrible at the 3. But watching the race, I didn't see anything special from this horse that makes me think that the drop here is going to improve this. Their finishing and their placement any, because if you look, this horse has been running in this class previously and didn't show a ton against horses that some of these others have been against. So I went to the 9 on top. The 9 was in that race with Wild Queenie the last time out and didn't have a great race. But here's the difference is that if you look in this particular race, where's your speed coming from? I mean, maybe the 8 a little bit has flashed some speed, but doesn't have the speed to me to be able to compete a little bit. I think Frackamore gets out in front of these and just walks the dog and runs away with it. So I really like the 9 on top here. And then I'm going to take one more horse over the 4 and play the 4 in third. And that is the 10 Iron Princess. This is another one who, if you look at this one, if you're looking at straight running lines and not looking at class, this has been your most consistent horse, has run at this level last out, has run at a little lower levels, and each time they've been kind of bumping the horse up a little bit because she's just been performing. So I don't think they want to lose the horse, but we're in a position right here to where I think this horse could win. And one of the reasons that makes me think that is look at that 31 July workout. I mean, this horse has had some good works at 3 furlong, but they're trying to increase that closing speed. I think this horse likes to sit off the pace a little bit mid-pack and come with one rush. And that 35 and 4 tells me the rush might be enough today. Yeah.
The interesting thing here, the kind of wild card to me, where I had the question mark, was the 11. This horse, like, what happened from last year to this year? Like in terms of because he would be the most consistent one in this group, I would say. Based on last year's, kind of form. But maybe you just throw out the last race. But Slade Callahan does come back on this horse, which I guess is a positive. If you're, I just thought this is interesting versus this group of inconsistency.
Right. And Sean, that was the exact same thing that I came up with. I went and I looked at the races and I said, because I saw the ones last year on the card and on the past performances and I looked at those races and I said, okay, this horse could be competitive. But I watched both of the races from this year and I'm like, okay, this is not the same horse. So maybe not. And you know, you see that a lot, to where you see some precocity in some of these 2-year-olds, and they just don't have it when they first come back as a 3-year-old.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. So we got 17 minutes to race 4. Let us know out there who you guys like. Tune in here. Thanks to everybody for joining us here on this Thursday night.
All right, we got very little chat going on, Sean. I see we're up to like 40 viewers here.
Yep.
We got to get some people, get some opinions. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is not one of those shows you just tune in and we do all the talking. And yes, we'll do all
you guys are the key part of this show that keeps the cog moving. So
we love to interact. We want your opinions. We want to talk about the horses. Let us know if you want us to talk about any of the horses. We're never at a loss for words. I mean, we can sit here and talk all night, but we love the interaction. I think that's what makes the Cocktail Lounge different from a lot of the other shows out there.
Absolutely. So get your opinions in and let us know who you like in here.
There's the one I wanted. I was clicking on everything, trying to find the view to cut that down a little bit.
There you go. Wild Queenie. Jason Hoyt, the Jet.
I mean, I get why this one is the favorite and everything that everyone else sees, but I'm just hoping that something a little different happens.
Yeah. There's Rick Johnson.
And you know, Sean, this horse hasn't gotten any respect off all that. I mean, look at the odds consistently on this horse. Two back when the horse went in a maiden 10 claimer was 4-1. But beyond that, this horse has been double-digit odds and nearly 20-1 in most of the races.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim, I hear that your Ellis Park may be the only place where it's not raining this weekend. You guys have some gorgeous weather, huh?
It's really crazy. And, you know, the unfortunate thing with the rain they're getting at Saratoga is their big race this weekend, of course, is a grass race. I'm not sure they're going to be able to run on the grass.
No, exactly. Yeah, this has been a very disappointing
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's been a very disappointing meet with Mother Nature. She has not been kind at all.
No. But, you know, it's not uncommon up there.
No, unfortunately. And Zach, it's happening more and more all around the country right now. There's been a lot of rain.
It is. Been lots of rain. My yard is as green as it's ever been.
I know.
Okay, I did some work, but a little water doesn't hurt.
Here's the horse that represents all of Woodbine. No layups, because there's absolutely no layups in these races.
Not at all.
Got to shoot from the 3-point line. Try to get it in. It seems like a good day. This no layups horse is a preservationist baby.
Like that.
Frackamore. There's your 9 right there, looking good, alert, ready to go.
I was about to say, I think the horse looks good right now. So
looks very good on his toes. Yeah,
nice and relaxed.
He knows he's on TV. Hello, I'm ready.
Looks fit.
Let's see, we got Iron Princess. Here's a 10 that you like. David Moran, Pietro's dad. Aboard. David has to keep riding. He's got 10 kids. So
hey, speaking of jockeys, though, how about shout out and congratulations to our friend Tyler Connor for his
Yes, 1,200 wins, Tyler. Way to go.
1,200.
I love someone said to him, he said, go get 12,000. He said, I won't be riding that long, but 2,000 sounds really cool. So that was a great answer.
11 looks kind of good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There's and this is Slade and Kelly Callahan, the husband-wife duo, who you can never totally throw out. This is a wide open board here. Got 2-1, 5-2, 4-1, 6-1.
How about that jackpot high five carryover? Did you just see that?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a high five carryover hit like $52,000.
Yeah. Their high fives, right, for the last race, right, are legendary. They reach $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 to where they have to have a mandatory payout, and it goes up to like $1 million. Both them and Mohawk are legendary for their super high fives.
That's not a wager I play often, but I might have to throw a little bit on that. If
Yeah. And they're very popular, and and they often do get up to the 1 million, 2 million range. That's how much. The up in Canada, the pick six, which is a very American bet, is not really utilized almost at all. But the super high fives and everything, they love them up there. Very popular.
I took down that mandatory payout at Assiniboia on Monday, so let's see if we can take this one.
Yes, you did. Exactly. Let's get 2 for 2.
Well, me and a bunch of my friends, but still, it was all good.
A great night. And I think you cashed too in the stable duel too, right?
Yeah, I did. And I just got nipped at the very end for first place. So I ended up second in stable duel that night. I think it was that second or third. And then the next night it was I got nipped from first to second. But anyway, yeah, it was right there, and it was a really strong night. But been having a good couple of weeks here, cashing a lot of tickets.
Wonderful to see.
You know, it's funny. I'll tell you a funny story, Sean. Is that I was telling Ombre today that when it comes to Saratoga just seems to kick my butt. So I don't play Saratoga a ton, but I look for spot plays. And I played one wager yesterday. There was a horse I really like, and I thought a couple of horses could come in underneath. I played one bet. I played a horse, a 4 with the 2 and the 10 in the exacta, just an exacta, and in a box. And for $20, I got back like 103, and that was my one bet at Saratoga for the day. So
that's awesome. Yeah. That's kind of like me with I love the racing at Oaklawn. I just don't do well at it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Same here. I mean, there's great races up at Saratoga. I love it, but just when it comes to wagering,
somehow my picks just don't mesh out there. I don't know why. Yeah. Charles B says no value and super high five for U.S. players. Canadians pay no taxes on winning wagers, which is very the truth. Exactly. So excellent point, Charles. How are you, my friend? Hope you're doing great tonight.
What I find most interesting about this, Sean, is that if you look at the morning line, the 4 is not there at all. That was a little unusual for me for the 4 to not even been in the morning line, especially with the 10 and the 2 being over the 4. I could see them making the 9. In the morning
I agree with Jeff. The one thing I did like about the 4 was that last time when you watched the replay, I think the blinkers did help him a little bit in terms of his concentration. Which could be interesting today, but so thank you to everybody. Charles, let us know who you like in this race, my friend. Jeff's got the 4, Doug's got the 9, Ron's got the 4, AI Smart Picks has got the HBI bet, which is their FanDuel, got the 10, and the morning line favor was the 9. So here we go.
10-9, backwards of what I got, but I'll take a 9-10, 10-9.
There you go. Bobby D's got 9-4 with 11-10.
Not surprised to see the 9 take over the favoritism in the betting here, though.
Exactly.
Although they're both 5-2, just has a few more dollars.
They're on the track. 5's at 28-1. 7 at 19-1. It's often good I love checking the horses out on the track to see how they kind of look.
Always.
Yeah. 9 looks solid out there at 3-1 favorite.
So right now, Sean, in the exacta pool, strangely, with the 4 and the 9 both sharing 3-1 odds and going back and forth on favoritism, the lowest exacta is a 10-4, of course.
One thing about Woodbine that they are unique bettors, to say the least.
And it's really funny because the 4-9-9-4 are like 25 and 29. Even the 10-9 is 28, but the 10-4, somebody's hammered a 10-4 exacta because it's paying $16.60 for $2.
Wow. Yeah, someone's definitely hammered it.
All right, let's check out this post parade, see what they look like.
Yeah.
Deshaun Gaskin on the 2. Young
Yeah,
man's been on fire lately.
Yeah, he's been on fire. Jason Hoyt always waves to the crowd. Great, man. Bobby D's got win on the 8, too. Okay. Standing strong. Playfully fracking. Jose Campos or Johnny Ross. No layups. 5-1 getting the preservation is baby getting bet. Frack Amore looks very good on the track. Iron Princess looking well. Slade still getting bet at 5-1. Thank you to everybody who has joined so far tonight. 47, the number's growing here. And we see here what the
and if you're in the chat and you were you normally like most of us are playing along in Stable Duel, we've only had the last couple of weeks, we've only had some high dollar games on Woodbine, so that's deterred a lot of people from playing. So I reached out to Stable Duel today, and basically starting next week we should have a cocktail lounge game that's going to be about a $5 game or so every week. So hopefully going forward we'll be able to play along in Stable Duel as well.
yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of which, let me see how I'm doing at Del Mar. Still in 5th.
Still in 5th. Nice. Well done. I've had I think I've had 3 winners and I don't think my other horses have finished on the board.
I did in the last one. I took a long shot the way I filled my stable out. I took a long shot in the last race, and the horse finished 6th. So I did get a 0.
Oh, geez.
But that's okay.
Yeah. I've got. I came in 5th. Okay, there you go. So I've got 64, 65, 63, 10, 0, and 0. my long shots haven't quite come in, but the
all or nothing, Sean. All or nothing.
Yeah, it's all or nothing, exactly. So I just need 3 more 63s and maybe.
Hey, so take a look at Colin's comment if you're in the chat and you're watching along here. Would anyone be interested in doing a Horse Tourneys Lounge private tournament sometime? So let us know. Put your comments in the chat if you think you might be interested in that. It's something we've talked about possibly doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we got 3 minutes to post. I'm just going to take this down just for a second here, just so I can make sure we got this moving right here for us.
So, Sean, you want me to do the first one here? Or?
Yep. You got the first race.
All right. I think I got something here. Let's All right, I don't often play this wager, but the payouts right now tell me that this is the way to go. So I think in the exacta, these three horses are head and shoulders above everybody, but the 4 of the 10 might fade out of that, in my opinion, but I think the 9 is the surest thing. So instead of boxing all three, we're going to key box the 9 with the 4-10, save us $4 in doing that. So for $8, we got an exacta. As long as the 9 is part of it with the 4 and 10, whether it be on top or on the bottom, we'll cash the exacta, and some of those are paying okay.
Yeah.
Make a little money on any of them. Even the lowest one right now would make us money. So.
Love it. Love it. Jerry Max in the house. How are you, sir?
And Jerry
Charles.
said yes, Colin. So write down we got at least one for sure.
Yeah. Charles B's got the 8 with the 4, 9, 10, 11 exacta key box here at Woodbine. Putting the preservationist baby on an 8-1. Going around 2 turns for the first time.
He's a biter. Preservationist. He's a biter, Sean.
He is. He's a biter. That people exactly. He is. He and his buddy Gervin are they are called the biters of Airdrie Stud.
Yeah, I know when we went to see him, they're like, he's a biter.
Was not always like that as a racer, but he's feeling his oats right now.
On the inside with the scratch.
That was pretty great, though. I walked up to the paddock, and he was way in the back of the paddock, and he come running up to the fence and just stuck his head over and just looked at me.
Yeah.
Jason Hoyt riding Wild Queenie, and now 3-1 in the betting.
There we go.
Just go on tonight.
The 10 is down to 9-5.
Wow, that's surprising.
Fracken will come up next.
Maybe we know now why that 10-4 exacta dropped so much, and if it comes in 10-4, we're in trouble.
Rick Johnson's got 10 on the 4-9 exacta box, 4-9 all 10.
And to gate number 9.
We got Worcester Irish in the house. Best of luck, buddy.
Iron Princess. To gate number 10.
Always great to see him, my man. Missed him this year at Saratoga.
She takes position next, and the last is Penny Jet. Chestnut with the outside gate or the bay. Penny Jet has Slade Callahan in the saddle, and they'll be on their journey. Princess settling.
Worcester Irish, what's up?
Goes up again. And the last along will be Penny Jet as they try to secure Iron Princess, just going fully into the gate now. A little between Frackamore and Iron Princess and Wild Queenie for favoritism at the jump, or even Penny Jet, who's taken late money. Stand by for a start. They're in. Locked up.
All right.
A reaction, Wild Queenie, right out of harm's way. Jason Hoyt as they try to get this filly to settle
Queenie
down.
wants out of the gate.
Wild Queenie in gate number 4.
Let's see if this 9 runs away with it.
Being backed out of the gate, horse 4, Wild Queenie.
I'm going to take this off just for 1 second, my friend.
Sure.
Jason Hoyt.
I'm trying to see if I can get this sound off here for a second.
4 is going back in right now.
There we go.
And they're away.
Back up. There we go. Sorry, man. Bring it right back up here. Here we go.
Wider Penny Jet.
There we are.
A length and a half behind them, standing strong on the
We can
inside.
hear 'em.
Powerker. Wild Queenie's about a 3 away last as they turn out the stretch. Racing with the lead, it is no layups by a length and a half to Frackamore. Iron Princess was caught a bit wide, has been pushing to go up to share second, and about 2.5 to Playfully Fracken. A length to Powerker. In behind them, Penny Jet, standing strong, and last is Wild Queenie. Up the back stretch at a good pace, and no
Quick pace
layups, and
by
Leo
the,
Salas by a length and a half. Iron Princess has not taken a breather. Frackamore on the inside, a length and a half to Playfully Fracken, and about 2 lengths behind them, making ground Powerker. On the outside is Penny Jet. They're well out in front of the others. Standing Strong's drop to the tail behind Wild Queenie. Racing along inside the half mile they head, and the leader is still no layups. A length and a half, Iron Princess, traveling pretty well is Frackamore on the inside. A length and a half to Playfully Frackin', and then Powerka on
Come
the
on with that
outer
9 and
jet.
10.
Along
Go
that,
get that
Wild
8.
Queen in last
Yeah.
is standing strong. The leader remains by a length and a half. No layups coming forward on the outside. Playfully Frackin' and Frackamore. Well, Iron Princess has run her
10
race.
is fading
Coming
badly.
over the back, Wild Queenie started to finish really
Here comes
well
the
from a long
9.
way out of it. As they corner, Playfully Frackins grab both, no layups, and Frackamore. And now Powerka and Wild Queenie chiming in.
Four's trying to come from out of the clouds.
Out wide, Wild Queenie started to storm
Comes
her.
out.
Frackamore's
It's
come up
9-4.
again to share the lead. Wild
Come on with
Queenie's
this
down the
9-4.
outside, thundering by. Wild
Here
Queenie
we
racing
come.
up to join Frackamore.
Come
It's
on with this
Frackamore and
9-4.
Wild Queenie. Wild Queenie on the outside has gone up and shared the lead. Wild Queenie in front. What a great winning run.
4-9
Wild
will still
Queenie.
cash it.
We'll still
Second,
cash.
Frackamore. Third, Powerka.
Great job, bud.
Fourth, Playfully Frackin'.
Great job. That's still going to pay nice, I think.
I think so. That's why I was saying that those are paying,
Yeah.
especially with the
Yes.
10 taking so much of the late money and not even being
Yes.
a part. Let's look. 4-9 is paying 28-20.
Tell the tail. They just
Nice
burnt
job.
each other up in the
Only
start.
one.
So eight gets us 28, $20. Let's go.
140
Let's go.
and 3 and the time 147.
You got the formula in the house.
Final time.
We got Colin in the house. We got the Wolf in the house. Kyle Graves, I think, just hit the exacta. Hello, sir.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Cocktail Thursday already. The week
Winner is number
flying.
4,
Score
Wild
the
We've
Queen.
week.
only been on the air for 2, but you and I have been on the air for 1 race, but you and I have been on the air for 2 races, and I'm 2 races, 2 exactas. Let's go.
Let's go. Bombing it in. Love it. Love it. Love it. Wild Queenie.
You and me both, formula. I can't believe it's Thursday. And of course, today was our back to school day for teachers.
I know. It seems like just yesterday you were just leaving.
No,
you know?
didn't I just start summer vacation?
You did. We were just getting ready to go to Keeneland.
It won't be long. We'll be just getting ready to go again.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Unbelievable. A great start to the evening, 4-9.
Hey, and I just want to point out another great ride by Deshaun Gaskin to get that 2 up. That kid's riding really
absolutely.
well.
He is riding, Finn. We have 3 incredibly talented apprentices up there right now in Gaskin, Pietro, Moran, and Sophie. Just 3 very, very good apprentice riders.
Absolutely. Getting it home at 13-1.
Yeah, Poppy's pouring himself a cocktail after the hit. Great job.
There you go, Poppy. Let's go.
Thanks for joining in. Love it. Love it. Jason Hoyt, the Jet, coming from out.
If we're talking Poppy, we gotta.
There he is. Too bad we don't have one at Big Poppy.
That's it.
Hey, Tim. Hey, Keith, how are you, my friend? Yeah, you have to rescore Gaskin because he is riding like on fire.
He really is.
The kid is really riding well. Not just bringing in favorites. He's bringing in shots too, you know, which is great.
Formula and Keith with their wrenches. I don't get it. I still can't figure out why they have a wrench.
Love it, love it. And here he comes back to the Jet, Jason Hoyt from Barbados. One of the nicest men you'll ever meet. When one of our friends, a trainer, went up there, John LeBlanc, hurt himself, and on his farm, Jason went up and worked out every one of his horses for free. Didn't even charge a dime.
Can't beat that.
No, true humanitarian as well as jockey. A beautiful daughter, great man. One of my favorites. Always love to see him in the winner's circle. Wild Queenie, and you're going to see the Paulo family in the
end to
winner's
score.
circle.
Congrats to the team. It's Hesty Sporting Corporated winning owner, Mike DiPaolo winning trainer, And
Oh,
Jason
small
Boyd,
crew today.
very
We
well
got Mike in
run.
there. We got
4-year-old Chestnut filly by Milwaukee Brew from Queen of the Bay. Going on to success here tonight is also the breeding success for Northridge Farms in Ontario. A breakthrough win in the 7th start.
Yeah, we
Wild
get
Queen.
the formula. We see the wrench in the comments. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, there you go, Irish. Go get ready for the Patriots opening game tonight. Could be a long year for them.
No, that's what I was talking about. I see the wrench. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you guys have the wrench, but
Yeah, exactly,
we see it as well in here in the chat in StreamYard. We see it.
Yeah, Charles. When they've had a little bit of moisture in the track, sometimes the speed can. Sometimes it can be a good thing, or it can be. It all depends on the heat, the temperature, and all that stuff. There's a lot of factors up there, and yeah, right there.
$7.
They're kind of going quick there for that,
for the winner. Wild
for
Queen.
that level.
The exacta,
We are
4.928.
official. The $2 exacta 4.9 pays 28.20. We caught that one for a $8 cost, which means a $20.20 profit. So they're in the bankroll in the bottom. Started out with 100 and we're up to 120.20 after one. Let's go.
Beautiful. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Thank you, Irish, for joining us as always, my friend. Have a great night. Go Pats. Love to see it. And with that, we happily turn the page from race 4 to race 5. 5 furlongs on the inner turf, which we are staying because it is on the inner turf, claiming 15,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 3 races. 3-year-olds. This is an interesting race. Let us know. Almost up to 100 people. Love to see it, you guys. Thanks for joining in tonight.
Everybody's telling their friends it just took a big jump. One race in and they're already winning. Come get some money.
That's right. Come in and see this place. You got to cash some tickets. Exactly. There's the pools. I like how Woodbine always tells people what money is alive in what pool. There you go. Let's take that off for a second there. There you go. But we're 1 for 1 here so far. Hope you guys cashed with us. If you did, fantastic. We have the speed is so far after one race did not look great on that one, but we're going onto the turf now. We are no longer on the.
But you know, Sean, that we say that, but let me just add this in that we said before the race that the 8 was the only one that really showed any early speed and was always backing up on the speed.
Yeah. So that could be. Yeah, I would watch a couple more before. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, before
because in the previous races, I don't think it was as bad.
No, I don't either. I don't either at all. I don't either at all. You know, and this could be a very interesting. We got 5 furlongs on the inner turf coming up. Great field. And any scratches? I don't see any scratches, which is great.
No, full field of 8.
Exactly, which you always like.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to try to continue Tim's excellence there in race 1 and get us a winner.
Let's do it
here on. Let me bring up the screen here so we can kind of see the beautiful replay of our win. You like to see that. Maybe they should tell the jockey in the 8 last race killed the horse. Yeah. Might want to try coming from behind on that one because the lead is not working for it. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So we have 17 minutes to go. This is my race. So Tim, if you want to go first and let me kind of know who you like here.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, in the last race where I tried to beat the favorite, even though the favorite still nipped us at the wire, but we got a good price horse in second place, and the public helped us out by making another horse the favorite in there that didn't have no business being a part of it. It looked like, even though we like that horse as well. But in here, I say that to say this, and that is, I don't think we beat the favorite. I think Silver Bullet Lady in this race is a complete standout. This is a horse who is obviously going to show early speed, dropping down to the 15,000 level, which you see previously had a lot of success. The last two at the 23.5 and $25,000 level, but was still very competitive. And that last race was on the synthetic at 6 furlongs and didn't quite last 6, but we're back to the 5 furlongs. We're back to the turf. And with the speed of this horse, and you look, that last race was 27 June, Sean. This horse then went out on the 11th July and ran a bullet workout of 23:48-1. Then went out another week later and ran a bullet workout 47-4. Then came back another week and then ran another solid 47-3, even though it was 8th of 81. A lot more horses running that day, but still a really solid figure. This horse is in shape, on fire, going to be on the lead. There are a couple other horses in here who like to be out front, particularly the 3-horse and the 8-horse. Both show speed and want to be out there. But this is speed of the speed. The speed figures just dominate this field. And I think that the 7-5 favorite now with the public is just going to run away with this. Underneath that horse, here's the way that I was approaching it. I think we can potentially get a price. I think there are a couple of horses in here that I really like underneath. The shorter price horses in here are all competitive, but the longest price on the board right now, Sean, is the 4-horse at 20-1. Yep. This is a horse that I think right now could potentially move forward a little bit. We've got, the Invader from Fort Erie. I don't know why this horse is such a long price. I think this horse could be competitive here. And I would definitely play it underneath in my vertical wagers. The 1 and the 8 are probably going to be the next two underneath the 2 in favoritism, and I see them. But one more horse that could be a price in here. I really think that this 7's a little bit sneaky, very savvy coming in, getting Sophia up. This is a horse who, after a layoff since December, came back in May. That was pretty even, but then they took another little vacation. But the horse has got some solid works here, and I go back and point out that 22 July workout. It was only 1 of 1, but okay, let's look. 5 furlongs at 59-3. We're only going 5 furlongs in the race. Yeah, that's as fast as any horse in here works 5 furlongs. So I like it. It tells me that this horse is maybe ready to fire. Maybe they figured out what is wrong. Sophia gets up, gets 5 pounds. Give me some of the 7 underneath as well with the usual players. So I think 2, we maybe throw the 4 and 8 in there as a price with some of the others. But what did you think, Sean?
Well, okay. So when I was studying this race, I thought this was interesting. Okay. Obviously, the 2 is the horse to beat. And when Marty Drexler is usually 7-5 or 9-5 in the morning line, you got to use him because he knows how to get these horses home. Right. But a very interesting thing to me, kind of as a savvy Woodbine player, I noticed that the double on the 2 is 11. Okay. And usually when Marty is a 9-5 favorite, he's usually a double favored by at least 10, 12, 14, $20. Okay. The 1 is at $17, which is only $6 below the 2. Which usually for Marty Drexler bettors are 9-5. Usually they're more up. Interesting with this 1 on Polytrack, and this happens, by the way. I can tell you 5 or 6 horses up there that do this. I don't know why. When the 1 gets on Polytrack, he goes to the lead. When he goes on turf, he comes from behind, which is just such a kind of weird combination. Don't know if he just doesn't start as well as he does on the Polytrack. But the 1 does come from behind on the turf, and Jose Campos, and they have bet this horse down for Catrayan, and I like this horse because of the fact, and the wild card here, and I put wild card on my program, is the 8. I don't know how this 8 will like the turf, you know what I'm saying? But if it shows the speed that it did on the Polytrack, maybe he could bother the 2 a little bit. I don't know. I think the 2 is still the strongest speed in that. But if someone does go out and look at that, the two's got a big crowd with them today. So that's Ho Wing. Okay. One of the big owners.
They all came in to get their picture taken, Sean.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel here. We're up money. So I already have my pick, my friend.
Well, aren't you just fast?
I'm just going to do a simple, we're up money. I'm just going to do a $4 exacta box 1-2. I do think some prices could get in here, but I just think because and so many, I'm going on my past experience. Maybe I'll be totally wrong, but when Marty Drexler horses are 9-5, 7-5, usually their doubles are $20, $30 more, and they're not in this race. You know what I'm saying? With the one, right. Which I think that tells me that I think this one could be a live player, and with all the speed out there that could be potentially up there, I think the one could be dangerous and pick this group up with Campos.
Yeah, and Sean, really, if you were listening closely to what I said, I mean, I said exactly what you did. Is that after the 2, I see the 1 and the 8, but I was going to try to get a price with
the other horses.
And you know, the 4 and the 7 could figure in the trifecta. They're definitely not win candidates. Maybe they work their way into the exacta, but I think one of them could definitely be in the tri. But you saying 2, 1, 8, I mean, that's exactly kind of the way that I saw it as well, is that those horses. But I think 4 and 7, I just wanted to talk about those in case anybody's playing any other verticals. I would not leave them out of my vertical plays if I'm playing trifectas or more, because I think that they're both pretty sneaky in here. And the 7 down at 8-1 with Sophia and that 59 and 3 workout that they had a couple weeks ago, I think is really good.
Right. Exactly. And the 4, if you look at the 4, it's never run a bad race on turf. You know, it's always closing or trying or coming right into the picture onto the board. So, you know, there are definitely worse 20-1 shots for sure.
And this is exactly what I said earlier. The 2, 3, and the 8 want the speed, but I just think that the 2 is speed of the speed, and the speed figures are much stronger than anybody else.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
And it's really going to go out there. If you look at the times of their races in some of the fractions, especially like at the half in the last race, the 2 was a second in front of the 3, and it was pretty much the same thing for the 8. So obviously, every race has its own dynamics, but just looking at some speed figures and thinking that this is one of those that they typically say speed of the speed. I think the 2 gets out there, and even with the others right there, that this horse just is just much the best.
Yeah,
and pretty much what we said there. 2 with the 1-8. You don't see anything else up there, but it would not surprise me to see that 4 or 7 sneak in. I'm just really surprised that the Invader here is the longest shot on the board coming in from Fort Erie. That really wasn't that. The races really haven't been that bad. And
I will say this, right, without a doubt, the Fort Erie horses do not get enough respect. You know, and I think that has to do a lot with the American money. They're like, oh, they can't things from Fort Erie, therefore it can't be good. You know what I'm saying? The racing at Fort Erie has gotten much better than it has, you know, in the past couple of years, you know, and
absolutely.
And they're running.
And before Fort Erie, Sean, I mean, this horse was here last year. This is where she broke her maiden last year, was at Woodbine.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Yep. So, exactly. So she is by any means out of this, you know, especially underneath, you know. Dan Witchen, how are you, buddy? Exacta 2-1 and trifecta 2 with 1 with 4, 7, 8. I like that. Yeah. That was almost going to be my play, but exactly. But
that makes a whole lot of sense right there. I think that's a good bet, Dan.
Yeah. I love Campos on the turf, and just to me, when I saw that double so close to Marty at 9-5. His doubles are usually $20, $30 higher. You know what I'm saying? Than other
Exactly.
people, you know?
And the 2-1 is your lowest probable in the exacta pool right now, paying $13.30 for $2. If you got a 1-2, you would almost triple that at $35.40 right now.
Yep. Yep. Alex has got 8 over the 1-2 exacta. Charles B and Sophia we trust. Charles got a 7 over the 1-2-3-8 exacta key box. The formula is talking himself into a 5-6 combo. I would pay nicely.
I would definitely pay. Right now, 5-6 will get you 131 and 6-5 will get you 125.
Yeah, exactly.
Or 2.
And to show everybody in this picture who haven't been to Woodbine, the turf course is actually, the outer turf course is actually outside, is inside the poly track, and the inside turf, which they'll be running on, is inside of that track. So when you stand next to the rail up there, you are standing right next to the E.P. Taylor turf course, which is amazing to see a race live like no other.
Which is where Sean will be standing a week from today.
Yes, indeed. Very excited to see my Canadian racing.
One
fan.
looks good on the track, Sean.
He does, yeah. Yep. The formula is seeking to undermine my plans yet again.
We all are, Alex.
Exactly. There's Amanda Van der Smersh. Lulu's Lullaby looking good on the track. 25-1. That you could definitely have worse long shots than that. That's for sure.
Sean,
Pietro.
When I was playing the Del Mar game at Stable Duel today, yeah. I reluctantly had to take a KK horse. So,
oh jeez. I took him at 10-1, thinking I was cute, and he went off at 50-1. Oops. Live and learn. But we have 4 minutes to go. Bobby, what you do?
All right. I was just checking, Sean, the horse that I took in the 4th race because they haven't posted results yet. I took Princess's Olivia, and that horse did win the race. So I got my 3rd winner. I've had 3 winners out of 5 picks so far. And wow. That is, Sean, guess who rode that horse?
Joe Talamo?
New to Del Mar
That's right, yeah.
Joe Talamo moved his tack out west and getting the wins.
Yep. Yeah, good for him. Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
Bobby D likes an exacta box 1-2-8. I'll take this off just for 1 second here, my friend, sure. Just to see here what we're doing here. Perfecto.
Let's see if we can extend our streak here, Sean, as they head to the gate here with a couple minutes to go.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Need to straighten out my own wagers here. So
yeah, no worries, my friend. Yeah.
Go back to that's our official. I'm definitely playing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So. We're almost to post time here. 2 minutes to go, as I like to say. Thank you to everybody for tuning in to us tonight. So appreciate you. If you can hit that like and subscribe button, we so appreciate you. And then 1 minute to post here. Here we go. Let's see. We got Kyle Graves got $2 exacta 2 with 148 and a $1 exacta 8 with 124. Rick Johnson's got 2 with 347 times 3, 2 over the 1568 times 5. So there we go. Good luck to you, Rick. Good luck to you, Kyle. Bobby D 128 exacta box. 2 down to 4 to 5 now. Getting some heavy play. Over 100 people in the chat. Love to see it.
2-1 right now is still your lowest probable exacta. 1380 for 2 is a 2-1.
People are coming out. Exactly. Looks kind of like a gray day up there. Not raining, but looks like they did definitely have some rain. But seems to have stopped. USMC Devil Dog, how are you, my friend? Woodbine Race 5 has a 1 trifecta 1-2 1-2 with 4-8. I like it. Okay.
Pretty much tracking. Most people in the lounge seem to be along those lines.
Yeah. And let us know, A, what you're drinking on Cocktail Lounge Thursday night, and B, if there's any races this weekend that you are looking forward to, if you have any, even your local track, and let us know if there's any horses or races that you're excited to see. Let us know. Always love to know what's going on in your area.
You know, it's crazy, Sean. We got Saratoga and we got a beautiful turf course we can't run on. We got Churchill and we can't run on turf because we don't have a turf course. We got 2 dirt courses.
I know, seriously. We got Tequila for Alex. We got Boulevardier on the rocks for the formula. Alex loves Fulmineo in the Secretariat. Oh yeah, big weekend at Colonial, the Arlington Million weekend.
Absolutely.
The artist formerly known as Arlington. The one day of the year where I get to legally trash CDP. JR had a good day at Toga today. Went 4 for 5 for a pick 5, though that would have been sweet. Oh, but still a great day, Junior. Hope you had him across.
Totally
yes,
agree.
I know, Thomas. I know.
They need to change the name. I know they own the rights to that name, but I just think it's a travesty to call it that.
I know. Call it the Colonial Million or something. Exactly.
You know, call it the CDI Million.
Yeah, or whatever you want. Yeah, exactly. Yep. That was a fabulous weekend. Yep. It really became known as the Chad Brown weekend for the last for the last couple of years. And and USMC's drinking Whistle Pig Rye whiskey. Oh, let's bring up Robert Geller back onto the scene here.
Forward is Swirling Dancer. Nicely turned out.
Yeah, they moved exactly. And they moved the because of Debbie, they moved the Million to Sunday.
8-4. Know how. Yetramaran gave 5. Sweat it up just a little bit. Old Secrets is next.
Good luck, everyone.
Double hit tonight.
Good luck to everybody.
Coming up to the line, Old Secrets with Ryan Munger. Very savvy. About to join.
This 8 getting late play here at 4-1.
4 is 51 to 1.
Be away. Echo 7 goes in.
52 to 1 now. No respect.
To run.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Off their race. Great start for Echo 7. Came burning
Whoa.
out from the outside gate with
Silver
the lead by
Bullet
2
Lady
lengths.
broke badly.
Swirling Dancer is second and pushing through between runners. Silver Bullet Lady to go up and skip through to be on the inside. As about 3 behind the leader. That trio got away by 3 lengths. Now the inside Classy Image 4 lengths behind the top trio. And working through the pack is Know How, and still behind is Old Secrets and Lulu's Lullaby. Dropping back a bit there, Very Savvy is third last, but the leader remains Echo 7. 2 to Silver Bullet Lady's been working hard to get close. A length to Swirling Dancer. And a break of 3 to Classy Image, Know How, Old Secrets, and well behind a Very Savvy and Lulu's Lullaby. Echo 7 turns with the lead by 2 lengths.
Comes
Silver
that one
Bullet
up the
Lady
rail.
pushing in
Come
second
on,
to
one.
get there and is still
Come
trying
on,
to
go
make the
after him
leeway
now.
up.
Come on,
Echo
2.
7 holding. Echo 7 by a couple now.
Come on,
3 or
one.
4 has got away from Silver Bullet Lady. And there are no dangers. Echo 7 made this a one-act affair. Echo 7 and Fraser Abley go on to win. A double for Fraser. On the outside, flying for the second spot, Classy Image, a weakening Silver Bullet Lady. And on the inside, Lulu's Lullaby made ground, 57-51.
So the 8 just kept on going.
Well, you know, it was over for the 2 when she
Yeah.
didn't get out of the
Just
gate.
the gate, yeah.
But I will say this: my 4-horse Lulu's Lullaby was flying up the rail and got 4th.
She did, yeah, 62. Never runs a bad turf race. Never runs a bad
Final
turf
time
race.
57.
I just didn't understand those odds.
And the
No.
winner.
I thought she might hit the try. It was
Yeah, look at that.
Echo
She's
really
right
close
there.
to the 1-2. But look how close she was.
Take the 8 down. Hootie bump. Glue it in. Oh, see, cut off the 7, cut off the 6.
We had several people though that loved the 8, so there were some bets
Yeah.
in here that should be
No, the
cashed.
8 won that right out of the gate. Yep. Yep. I think the 8 won it when the 2 didn't come out, you know?
So Kyle's got a $1 exacta 8 with 1, 2, 4.
Yeah, great job.
Bobby
Yeah.
D has got an exacta
Number
box,
1,
1, 2, and
Classy
8.
Image.
So
Third,
Yeah,
2,
great
Silver
job,
Bullet Lady.
Bobby.
Fourth for Lulu's Lullaby. 8-1 to
Alex
4.
has definitely got, yeah, Alex won.
Alex
Yeah.
got that one.
Yeah, great job, Alex. Good job, everybody. Nice job. Cashing in the lounge, as we love to see. Cashing. I do think that exactly the 8 really benefited from the 2 not getting out of the starting
Oh,
gate. I think
absolutely. There's no doubt about it because those 2 would have been pressing and
Yeah.
right there together, and Echo 7 would have felt a little more pressure. So
right, exactly. Yeah,
without it still could have won the race, but it definitely changed the complexion.
yeah. Yeah. And that's why I did I almost did like just the 1 across, you know, because I really like the 1, right? When and this is a great thing for people just as a handicapping note, okay? When Marty Drexler's 7 to 5, 9 to 5, and his double is only $6 higher than like another person, question a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this? You know, because usually his doubles are like $20 higher when they're the favorite, you know? When they're 9 to 5 morning line favorite, usually those doubles are a lot higher. And he was not versus the 1. So that was just an interesting little angle there for people.
Absolutely.
Fraser Abley, he's doing a great job up there. There's another apprentice.
This horse just doesn't run a bad race. I mean,
No.
3 for 3 so far this year, 3 wins, 3 races, 3 wins, just keeps coming back.
Yeah, 2 surfaces too. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Broker Maiden came right back and beat 15 claimers on the synthetic, now came back and beat 15 claimers on the turf. I mean, she's just a tough little filly.
She is, yeah. Yeah. Bruno Chicken Dance, they used, yeah. Another win.
And
Always
Ailey has ridden her for all 3.
Yeah. Mikey Dunslow getting the win. Mikey Dunslow's great. If he sees like people, if he wins, he just pulls people out of the crowd and says, come in the winner's circle.
Campaign.
Get your
She
picture.
is in a purple patch of form. She has won 3 in a row.
So you can see either like there he is, you can see either 3 people or you can see like 50 people.
Sign off. The Mine of Saratoga Thoroughbreds LLC and Spruce Lane Farm bred the winner in New
That was
York.
me
There
at
you go.
Paramount Park
Shaking
back
hands
in the
as
day,
winning
Sean.
There you
I
go.
was
with the
See?
winning trainer and
He grabbed everybody
Fraser
in.
as Echo 7
Everybody
the
in.
winning way.
There was a tour. There was a tour once, right? I was right behind the winner's circle, right? And like some future
Great
like
return for a horse that's been
racing
in peak form,
students
$11.40
were going on a
for
tour,
the win.
and Mike
5 10
Dunzo's
to
horse
place.
happened to
Exacta
win.
8-1,
He
49
brought the
$1.30.
entire class into the
Trifecta
winner's
54,
circle. So it was
40.
like
Super
35
8,
people.
1, 2, 4, 519,
That's funny.
25. For a double,
So
$75.20.
he gets it, which is cool.
The pick 3,
You know?
106.95. In the swinger,
Good
180,
payouts. 49.30 for the
280,
exacta, and in the
1,
try
2,
paid
255.
54.40 for a buck.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Good payouts. So 1 and 2 were taking the heavy money. So
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So
look at that Fort
Close.
Erie invader.
yeah, exactly. Look at that. Yep. Manley
No
Buchanan. Yep.
No respect.
Okay. But see, we only lost $8, so that wasn't too
And no
bad.
big deal.
We're still winning.
Updated our ticker here. There we are. We're still 112.20. We're still up for the day.
Yep.
We'll get right back at it.
And look at this already. The $1 pick six, 14,000 in the pool, $143 left. The pick five pool that was 104,000 has only got 220 left. So exactly. So good luck. Exactly. Chief win with the 3, U4, I name angle. Okay. So now we move on to the 6th race.
Sean, we didn't cash, but you know what they say? Turn the
page. In the 6th race, we have 5.5 furlongs, optional claiming 15, purse 40,700. And these are for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have started for a claiming price of $7,500 or less in 2023. Yes, sir. So, and we have the 1 and the 2 have been scratched here, and so please note that on your programs, the 1 and the 2 have both been scratched, so we don't get Pietro Moran again. Okay, there you go. So right now we have 2 kind of battling favorites right now, the 3 in the Quiet Madalena with Emma Jane Wilson for Stephen Jerkup. And the 4 Peach Cobbler, Jim Emson, who is off to one heck of a start up there, by the way. 6 for 23 with 3 seconds and 5/3. And Sahin Savachi at 2-1. Let us know who you like here, folks. This is a race here where with the 1 and the 2 out, I think this is a pretty formful race. You know, when I looked at this race, I would go. This is kind of like where do I go here? I like the 4 Peach Cobbler. Sahin Savachi rides this horse very well. My second pick was the 3 Quiet Madalena for Cherkop. This horse has just been on a roll, whether it's on the turf or the poly track. This horse is just absolutely been dominating horses, and definitely one you can't avoid. And then the third horse I liked was the 5 Blazing Sky. So I was 4-3-5, but not too much to invent the wheel here. But let's see what Tim thinks.
I thought that this was probably the strongest two favorites, the one race out of the entire card, even counting the three that I looked at before we came on the air here, that was going to run true to form 1-2. And I had them the same way you did. If you look at these two horses, I mean, they've been competing against each other, the 4 and the 3. Peach Cobbler, last time out, Quiet Madalena got the win. That was on the turf. If you look a couple back for Quiet Madalena, and then the last time synthetic, this one, she actually had a race in between. But if you look at the last time the two went against each other, Peach Cobbler won that one, and that was on the synthetic. So we're back on the synthetic, and I think that Peach Cobbler is probably the one to me that is going to win this race. But you could see it either way, and I just think that 3-4 and 4-3 is just about as formful as it gets. It's not sexy. It's not paying anything. I was just looking at the exactas, and the exacta probables right now are paying a whopping $540 and $670 for $2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just not a lot of money to be made there. So I might have something up my sleeve, though, when we go to talk about how I'm going to approach this race, Sean. So we'll see what everybody in the chat thinks. We'll take a look at the horses. We still got lots of time. We'll check them out and make sure that we want to stick to this. But underneath those two, you mentioned you had the 5. I think a couple more that you could look at in here.
Yeah.
The 6 was one that I thought was interesting, that has run against other horses. If you look at the 4 2 back, raced in a different race and finished 6th in that race against Sassy Melissa. So the 6 was in that race and finished 8th, and not a good finish if you're looking just at the line. But if you look comparatively speaking to where the horse was and compared to the 4, I mean, not too far away. So I think the 6 is one that could potentially get a piece. Another one was the horse that you picked, the 5. So it's like I say, it's pretty formful, and it's hard to make a case for much in here. So we might as well just go with Rick Johnson and sing some Bob Seger or something.
Yeah.
But I got a little something for the people, Sean. We're going to make money. We're going to show them how we make money with a 2-1 and a 7-5.
Love it. Okay. I'm all for it. Rick Johnson sings some Running Against the Wind, Turn the Page. Love it. Love it.
Gotta love some Bob Seger.
Absolutely. You have to. Absolutely. Coming back after he came back after a while. Legend, Bob Seger.
Colin, let me know if you're still in the chat. I haven't seen you comment lately. I got something for you here, Colin.
Yeah, exactly. Tim has the chicken salad stratagem.
Maybe. 4 looks good.
4 looks very good. Yeah.
Nice and calm. I love that the people are going with the 3 at 3-2 over the 4, because I like the 4 more.
Yeah, I like the 4 too. An interesting win, but and we have yet to see Shaheen today, so this is his first time coming out. Has become an amazingly talented rider, Shaheen.
Absolutely.
He can win in all surfaces, all classes. There's Leo. Was Leo just checking the board there to see what his odds were? Thomas said that the formula said this is one feels a bit too on the nose. 3, 4, 5.
Pretty much.
And Kyle Graves got to pick 3, 4 with 3, 4, 5 with 1, 2, 6, 8. I like that. Airy Fairy. This one has been around for a while. And a lot of different trainers up at Woodbine. Ala Turca for Jeffrey Alderson and Deborah Holmes.
Coming out so we can take a look. I'm finalizing a couple of things here for my bet. So.
Absolutely, yeah. Coming out, and thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. Always appreciate it. I'm usually one that's very excited for football season, but I want the summer to last a little bit longer.
Don't blame you. And we're getting a nice break in the weather. We've had some really hot weather. It's broke a little bit today. This weekend is supposed to be gorgeous, upper 70s.
Oh, that's great. Bobby D, we're supposed to get rain again. Exacta box 345 and a win on the 6. Here goes the 4. 4 looks good on his toes today. Looks like he's ready for some winning. For our friend Sahin Savachi. A native of Turkey. Learned how to ride in Turkey. Good crowd on hand, as you can see back there. Everybody coming in and out. Look at this: 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4. Pretty uniform.
Yeah, it was definitely the most formful.
Especially with the 1 and the 2 out.
But interestingly, Doug saw it exactly as me, 4, 3, 6 instead of 3, 4.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. Bobby D's got the 3, 4, 5 exactly. Win on the 6. Look and see how the horses look out there. See how they're doing. There you go. There's Riders Up, 6th place right now in the Del Mar Stable Tool game.
Hey, there we go.
I've slipped to 14th.
Of course, true to form, I'm a couple of places out of the money, so I'll probably finish one place out of the money. Now, everybody ahead of me, though, Sean, has played just about 4 out of the 5 have played one more horse than me, so we're right there. And the first place person is only 20 points ahead of me. Right now.
There you go. See, exactly. Yep.
Hey, what's up, Mike? What's going on?
Mike W., the pride of Louisville, checking in. There's one, Florida. 9 to 5, 6 to 5, with 6 minutes to go. But Tim may have something up his sleeve here to help us.
Believe I do, Sean. Believe I do.
All right. We like it. Marv Beatty joining us. Hello, good sir. How are you? Thanks for joining us tonight, my friend. Always a pleasure to have you. So I don't know if anyone saw this, by the way. If anyone is Friday's card at Saratoga has been canceled. The entire card has been canceled.
Friday's been canceled?
Has been canceled, yes.
Wow, I had not seen that yet.
Yes, Friday, Saturday has been canceled. Which means I would guess, I don't know if they can do this, but they may move that we may actually have a rare Monday at the spa if they move that card to Monday.
All right, Sean.
All right.
So I talk about this a lot, is finding values when you've got favorites like we've got in here, 6-5 and 8-5. So if you look at the probables, which is where a lot of us are looking, will pays and probables, to figure out how to bet this race, don't forget we can also see how to bet the next race.
Yes.
You know, the double is the one wager, and that's why I was saying, where's Colin? I need him to come in here and talk about doubling down, yes, because he talks about it all the time, that the double is a great wager because you can actually see probables for the double the same way you can see probables for the exacta.
Right.
And I look at the exacta in here between the 3 and 4, and it's $8 and $10 for a $2 wager. I'm not interested in that, but I look at the doubles, and the lowest double is a 3-5 favorite to favorite, paying $19.80. So I like the 5, but actually I like the 2 and 4 a little bit better. And those doubles are paying like 43 and 34 for $2. So I think we've got a potential for some value to play some doubles. I'm going to play a $2 double, 3-4 here with 2, 4, and 5. So that's only gonna cost you $12.
Yep.
$6 with each horse. We're gonna play $12 to try to even if we, if it's 2 favorites, we win about like we would have won here with the exactas. So, but if we get one of the other 2 home, we can make a little bit of money. And if you want to go heavier than the $2, that's our lounge bet. If you want to go a little heavier because you're confident and you have the bankroll and the ability to do that, go right ahead. But I just want to remind you, we don't do a lot of doubles here, but we're going to play a double this time. A little doubling down. Where's Colin?
Exactly. Charles B is on a bridge to nowhere. He's going to jump off the favorites here. Love it. But I like this bet though. It's got great value to me here. Two minutes to post.
Pick 4s, pick 5s, pick 6s, even pick 3s. People forget about the old pick 2.
Yeah,
because Colin says this all the time. You can't pick 6 if you can't pick 2.
That's right. Yeah. Amen.
And the ability to see the probables right now, what it's paying, I think is valuable.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Love it. Yep, we're getting ready to go towards the post here. Four is down to 4-5. Getting hammered, as they say. 4 and 3 pays $8. Getting close to the gate. Let us know who you like here. Get those picks in. Charles B's on the bridge to nowhere. Let me quickly just take this off just briefly here. Going into the gate here. Good luck to everybody.
Loading up. Sean, is your ADW a little quirky?
It is a little quirky, yep.
Because mine's acting up a little bit. I was just curious.
Yeah, yeah.
Checking in. Check it out. Rumors of the demise of El Hombre have been drastically overstated.
Yes.
Love to see it. Love to see it. See it.
Let me bring up the sound here for everybody. For great man Robert Geller.
Alaturka at a big price, as well as Airy Fairy 25-1.
Again, we're going with a double for our bet, our official bet in the lounge. We're betting the 3-4 with the 2, 4, and 5 in the next race.
Yes.
Going in fully Airy Fairy before Alaturka is called up. Still waiting for.
Oh, wow.
7.
Keith said they also moved the 4-star Dave to Sunday.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, yeah.
I hope that they can get it on the turf because it'd just be a mess if they can't.
Yeah.
Alaturka just behind the start as Airy Fairy is taking a moment, but goes in. And now Alaturka completes the lineup for the start of the race. 5 1/2 furlongs. They stand and they're off. What a great start. And quiet Madalena's run to the front. Pressed by Peach Cobbler, who's come forward and goes up on the outside to test this leader. They've gone head-to-head, the favourites, a length and a half in front of Alaturka. In the early stages, Airy Fairy is 4th. Blazing Sky is next to last. The trailer, a couple behind, is Bridge to Nowhere, now 3 away last. Nothing between them. Quiet Madalena and Peach Cobbler, and right behind is Alaturka travelling up nicely. A break of 2.5 to Blazing Sky coming through on the inside of Airy Fairy, and 4 or 5 away last. Bridge to Nowhere. They quicken in front. And Peach Cobbler on the outside, putting the neck clear. On the rail, Quiet Madalena. A length and a quarter, Alaturka from Blazing Sky. Airy Fairy, Bridge to Nowhere's coming into it. They turn and Peach Cobbler's got away from Quiet Madalena. Alaturka into second and trying to run for the last position, Bridge to Nowhere. But Peach Cobbler's gone 4 in front and opened up a winning break. Peach Cobbler well ahead as they come in the final 16th. And putting just a dash of cream on the top of this win, Peach Cobbler. A beautiful performance. Scores by about 7.5. Second,
right.
Bridge to Nowhere, deep on the track. Blazing Sky, then Alaturka. 1-4.
And then this is the beauty of the double as well, Sean. You get 2 favorites in here to where you want to just box them and like throw so much money at it when it's not really paying anything. Play the 2 with the double. You get one of them to come home in front. Now we're alive to the the 3 good horses in the next race.
Yep.
45-4, 57
and Keith's right. I was watching at the very last minute as well. The 3 was the favorite all the way up until they're loading in the gate, and then the 4 took over favoritism.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Late money hit the 4 heavy.
Yeah, it did. Alex picked the wrong chalk on top. Yeah, that was a tough one. Yep. The Peach Cobbler.
Saheen 4-6. On fire.
Unofficial result is 4-6-5-8.
Well, I mean, you can hit the exacta 20 times, but if you're not playing, if you're playing the 2 favorites, you just lost it because the second one didn't come in. That's my point.
Yeah, exactly.
4-6-5-8.
Charles had Bridge to Nowhere. Did you have the exact?
No, he did. I'm saying that.
Oh.
His bet is fine, but I'm saying what my point was about playing the 2 favorites together.
Yeah. Alex hates Southern desserts.
Nothing wrong with a little cobbler, Alex. My preference goes to blackberry, though. We are alive. We are alive to the 2, 4, and 5 in the double. Let's take a quick look.
Mike W. is the turf weight can't come fast enough.
So right now we're alive to 3380, 2040, and 1710. So
yeah, there we go. What are the three we're alive to?
2, 4, and 5.
No, but the doubles.
Oh, the payouts.
Yeah.
So 3380, 2040, and 1710.
Nice. Beautiful.
And we're going to try to beat the 1710.
Love it. Love it. Did someone say Turfway?
Mike always says Turfway.
Every week, Mike is asking Tim, "Are you going to Turfway?"
I can count on 2 things from Mike every week. He's going to ask me about Turfway, and he's going to tell me when the tickets go on sale for Keeneland.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
A commanding win by the favorite Peach Cobbler.
Very
She's now a
impressive.
5-year-old
win for
mare
Peach
with
Cobbler.
the 6th victory in 28 lifetime starts, including 3/3, 3 seconds. She's really a consistent performer. She adds another victory at the campaign here at Woodbine as Jim Ensom continues with his
Jim
success.
Ensign
The
just
winning owner, Randy
continues to
Exel.
dominate. You know,
She's by Speightstown from Lacine at DP Racing.
Rex stopped by at
LLC,
Turfway and he
Kentucky
says,
bred.
"Man, what a joke!"
Sahin
with you and the
Savachi with a
racing."
big win on Peach Cobbler.
It's getting dark up there at
Looks like it.
see what that 4-6 paid for Charles. That could be nice. 25.50
for $2.
Nice.
If you were lucky enough to have that 465, $1 will get you
The second place
58.80.
finisher, Bridge to
Yeah,
Nowhere, number
nice.
6, 620 and 460.
Even the
Exacta,
super 189.20 for
$25.50.
that short field.
The try,
Excellent.
58.80.
Well done.
Super, $189.20.
Marv Beatty, I
Double
missed
eight,
Turfway too, but
441.90,
Woodbine and
53,
ASD are just as great.
76.60.
Thanks,
Pick
Marv.
5 numbers 2, 1, 4, 8.
Absolutely. Concur 100%. We
Or the
like
scratches.
wagering on Turfway and doing the Turfway
$922.97.
lounge and having a lot of fun with
Swing
the
a bet,
Turfway bets. And we did
460,
pretty well this year,
buy
but
$3,
I totally
$0.05,
agree.
5, 6,
Woodbine has
460.
great cards. Sean and I talk about it all the time about how great the racing secretary does up there of putting together good races. And Assiniboia, I mean, how much fun can you have at a place more than what place can you have more fun than Assiniboia?
I agree. Yeah. Mike W just let us know that less than 2 weeks for Keeneland tickets.
There it is. There's the second
There
one.
he is. There's the update. Yeah. No, I agree, Keith. It's great that we can see the rate that our friends at Assiniboia and our fabulous friends Klaus and all those guys at Woodbine let us show their
Down to $55 of live money.
feed.
The jackpot
We so
power of
appreciate
6,
them both.
1,062 in the pick.
We need Turfway to get on board.
Yeah, exactly. So exactly. So there we go. So so we move the page there and we go to the look at that. Yep, we're still alive and we still got a double, which is alive, which is great. And we're going to race 7, which is great. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
Still swinging.
still swinging. Yep. Still swinging from that vine. Yep.
And like it says at the bottom, only winners. Only winners in the lounge.
Exactly. So I think this race will be smart and we'll just do an exacta. Everybody but the 2, 4, 5. That way, if someone comes in, no.
Shame on you, Sean. I am not a hedger.
No. I'm
No,
not doing that.
No. I know you were joking, but I'm just saying I hate hedging. I think it was Keith that asked me on the Monday night when I had those horses going into the pick 5 into the last leg, whether I was going to hedge on everybody else. And it's like, no, because I'm winning that bet. Why would I lose a bet?
Right. Exactly. The only thing I actually told Keith, because he asked me that with Saratoga, the only time I will ever try that, right, is if I have a daily double, right, alive, like let's say I have all, I'm just saying, and I know every single one of them is going to win money. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't lose. You know what I'm saying? If the favorite's like 2-1, 5-2, right, and he's like lower than everybody else, I might just put $10 to win on the favorite, because if he wins, then I kind of win double. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bring
No,
him
absolutely.
up, but if everybody else wins, I still win. I still make more than, you know what I'm saying? That's
Absolutely.
the only time I will hedge. That's the only time I will hedge, is if I already know I'm making a good amount of money. You know what I'm saying? I can't lose, you know?
Right. I know exactly what you're saying. You're almost like doubling down.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You know, exactly. And if the double's lower, at least you're making it a little bit higher, you know? And if you lose the $10 and the other ones pay all like $200, $300, it doesn't matter. You know?
Absolutely.
Exactly. Okay. So we are coming on to the 7th race, claiming price. Let me get the conditions here for us. Mile 16th, claiming 25,000 for 3-year-olds and up. 3-year-olds. Mile 16th on the poly track. And this will be an interesting race for sure. And we have, for those that have not tuned in, Tim has got the double alive with the 2, 4, and 5. Still surprised the Turfway hasn't hosted a Breeders' Cup yet. Mike, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, my friend.
No.
That when you have Churchill Downs and Keeneland next to you, you are not going to get preference over those two majestic tracks. There's just no way that's going to happen. And Thomas Blaine, 473, is the best horse in the best last race. 7 has a strong close and some of the best park figures, speed figures. 3, because it's the only horse even close to sitting on the pace. Okay. There you go. And you got Pietro. Exactly. Yeah. Florence, y'all. By the way, I thought of Tim when I was watching the Olympics, right? That they said Versailles. I'm like, you're saying it wrong. It's Versailles. You Frenchman, what's wrong with you? It's Versailles.
Absolutely.
Do your research.
If you come to Kentucky and we drive to Keeneland and we drive through the town and you say, hey, we're in Versailles, then we take you straight to the airport across the street from Keeneland.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Because it's not Versailles. That's in France.
Thanks for playing.
You're in Kentucky. It's for sales.
It's for sales. Absolutely. Not for sale, but it is for Versale. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And exactly. And in this race, which is like, I may not even, you know what, Tim, it's funny when you look at this race. I know it's my bet, but we still have a daily double alive. We may just go with that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And I don't know yet, but I'm just saying, you know, that's still, we're still alive. You know,
you play what you want though on top of it. We'll just double our wins. We got plenty of bankroll.
Yes.
We're still up in the bankroll.
Yes. We can double it. Yeah, we only got 2 races to go. So,
you know, here's the thing about that wager, Sean, is that wager costs us 12. Even if that wager didn't come in, one of those 3 horses doesn't win, our bankroll would be up 20 cents. So you got to take a swing. There's only 2 races left.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, we're going to take a swing.
We got to take a swing.
We will take a swing for the fences.
So, you know, it's funny, Sean, that the formula comes in here and talks about the 4 having as the best horse, because I looked at this race and it looked like the morning line didn't necessarily agree, but I like the 4 on top, a Rose for Raven. And here's something that makes me like it even more. I liked it for this reason initially, and that is you got Martin Drexler trained and Saheen is getting up. Now we have the luxury of knowing the fact that I like those connections to begin with because they're hitting at about 26%. Yeah. Now all of a sudden we know Saheen is on fire and he's already won 2 races.
Yeah.
So when a jockey is hot and they're winning races, they might just keep winning races. So here's the thing about this horse. Off since January at Gulfstream, the horse comes here first time out in June at a $25,000 claiming level at a mile and a 16th, which is what we're running at here. And this horse runs a really good race, finishing second to a horse that was just not going to be beaten that day. So this horse coming back, a Rose for Raven, I think really has the potential to move forward off of that race. The speed figure puts the horse right there. I love the 4 a lot in here, the connections, everything about it. If you're looking at my 3 horses that I chose in the double, it wasn't just arbitrary. Even though the 3 is now the favorite, I threw the 3 out, and I'll talk about that in a second, but I threw the 3 completely out, and I went to the 2 inside. This is a horse who won last time out at a mile and a 16th. This horse has 5 wins and 31 starts. 4 of them came at the mile and a 16th distance.
Yeah.
Okay. I just say on the synthetic. So this horse has been on the grass like 2 back, but has run a mile and a 16th races. 2 out of the 3 starts this year, has a second and a first. That first last time out was a really good race. The 1 was in that race as well. And I just think that this is a horse with Nichols getting back up that is going to potentially be right there as well. Then I went to the 5. I think these races for the 5 look a little better than what they may show right there. I think the 5 could definitely be a part of this. The thing about the 3 was the mile and a 16th distance. Everything for the 3, I'm still looking where the 3 is not backing up.
Yeah.
Show me a race in there where the 3 is not backing up at the end of the race.
Yeah.
Even in a 7 furlong race, the 3 is backing up. So yes, yeah. I get a couple of those. 1 was a grade 3. I get it. 1 was a stakes, but then last time out, no excuses. $25,000 level. I get it. That 1 was on turf, but still, this horse has a win and a third on turf. So has proven that he can run on the turf, but just hasn't been performing lately. So maybe has lost a little bit at 6. The better races were back a couple of years, and I'm just totally against the 3 in this position. Pietro's riding well. The 3 could be there, but that's why I went 2, 4, and 5.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. Yep. And this is why I had on top, I had the 5, Life is Hard, who used to be, and Norm McKnight. And look who that owner is again, the winningest owner in the country, North America, Bruno Schickendance. And Ramon, now we get Rafael Hernandez coming here to ride for Norm. They do incredibly well. They're always 20% together. This horse ran a huge one around the mile 16. I just think the 6 furlongs was just too short for him last time and just didn't. I think coming back around the 2 turns is going to be exactly what this horse, the doctor ordered. And I was 5, 4, and I was 5, 4, 2, and 6. So I was right with you. So, but I think the 5 is a standout here.
What didn't you like about the 3, Sean? I talked about why I threw the 3 out, but I don't like the 3 at all, and I'm surprised the 3 is 6 to 5 favorite.
Yeah, with Pietro, I do think the Pietro factor definitely figures in. A lot of people think just because you can run at 7 furlongs, you can do a mile 16th or whatever. But to me, this horse is an absolute puzzle. This horse was an eclipse, favorite way back in the day, and this horse is just not been the same at all. You mean like at all? And this shows some life on the turf, but that's on the turf. You know what I'm saying? And I know that the adding Pietro is exciting, and he almost got him to go. That was on the turf. I just don't think this horse has been right for the last 6, 7, 8 months, and I just did not like him, especially at 6 to 5. I think this is the Pietro factor. more than anything.
I totally agree. I think a lot of times, Sean, people look at a race like this and you go down the form and you see all the conditions of the races and you see that this horse was in a grade 3 and was in a stakes, but has also been against much lower and just isn't performing as of late. So
Right.
I totally agree. I got to look, I understand based on that and based on the class a little bit, maybe the horse could run back to the back class and could potentially win. But something like that is just a play against for me every time.
Right.
But
Exactly.
I have to give a shout out here. So Colin, I'm glad you finally joined us. I don't know if you saw, but I was talking about you in the last race because here's our official bet from the last race. We played what? We played the double, and we even had a doubling down remark, a comment that we were doubling down on our bet. Come on. Where you been?
Exactly. And I already know my bet here. I think we're going to double up on our thing here. I am just going to do a $2 exacta box, 245.
I like it. Here you go again, Colin. We're going to double down. Of course we're alive.
Of course we're alive. Yes, we are alive.
We're alive to the 2, 4, and 5 in here, and we're going exacta box to double down on our bet.
Double down. Yep.
We are doubling down, Colin.
Colin, I have a positive ROI in your show. I'm just saying.
Look, Colin's slamming all of his guests.
Exactly.
I'm going to post this on social media. I'm going to screenshot
I have a
this.
positive ROI on the show. Okay, let it be known. Fields coming onto the track.
Love it, love it, love it. And you know, Sean, I'm looking at the exactas and the exacta pool right now is actually really nice. The favorite in the exacta pool, the lowest probable, is a 3-5 at $20 for a 3-5.
Wow, that's great.
So if you look at some of the ones we're talking about, a 2 with the 4-5 or the 4 with the 2-5, I mean, we're talking about upwards of $50 and up.
Yep. And Alex has got the 4-5-6 exacta key box.
Love it, because I love this 4 a lot. And look, at 7-1 on Saheen and Drexler, I might throw down some win place money here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I just think that is a huge overlay. He was 5-2 morning line, and now he's 7-1.
Absolutely.
Now watch that 7-1 drop as they go into the gate, like with the last race, to where 7-1 will become 2-1.
A rose for Raven. Looks good. On the bit. 5 looks very good.
Agreed. And now the 5 is the favorite over the 3, which is what I anticipated. It's why I included the 5. I thought the 5 is a great horse. I just think we can potentially beat it with the 2 or the 4 at a price here.
Yeah, yeah.
So the 6 in here, one thing that I failed to mention that I noted when I was handicapping this race, Sean, was the 6 is by Street Sense, out of a Put It Back mare, and sold at the Keeneland September sale in 19 for $325,000.
Wow. You see the 7 is by Milwaukee Brew. Damn, he's old. Yeah. There was some race I was handicapping the other day, and the mare was out of Affirmed. So I was like, wow, that's
That's an old mare.
yeah, that's the old mare right there.
Yeah, I totally agree, Colin.
Colin is joining Saratoga with no doubling down. Exactly.
I'm doubling down on the rain.
Yeah. What they may do is they may move Friday's cards to Saturday, and then Saturday's card to Sunday, and then Sunday's card. Possibly we could have a unique Monday card.
I was just about to say, I wonder if they're considering now, since they've canceled a day of racing, possibly racing on Monday. That would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
A Monday card on a Saratoga. That's like hearkening back to the old days, Sean.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. A lot of the old timers, my friend Roberta included, love those Mondays, because you could go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then head home,
I think it's great that Ellis is running over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and having a Monday card at Ellis is great.
I do too. Yeah. There's Rafi.
Yep.
Is this Rafi's first race of the day?
I think so. I think so too. I'd have to look back at the races before we came on the air.
And I can say this, okay, without a doubt. At Woodbine, and Tim, you and I made money on this a lot. At Turfway, if you haven't ridden all night, that's kind of a bad thing because it's in the winter. In the summer at Woodbine, the big riders, if they show up for a race, they're probably there for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's hot. It's not cold. It's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Sean, I just confirmed this is his first ride. So
yeah, right. And but unlike Turfway where it's cold, you know what I'm saying? You haven't warmed up. You know what I'm saying? Here it's warm. It's not. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to warm up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can come if you got the best horse, you win. Charles
now,
B.
He was scheduled to ride the one in the last race, which scratched.
Okay, yeah. So he's shown up for this one party.
So our 4 is down to 6-1, but still decent odds. We'll watch that one as they head to the wire here.
Yeah. Rick Johnson is 5 with 234 times 7 and 5 with the 167. Charles B says every track should run 7 days a week. What is wrong with these lazy people? A lot of flood warnings here in the ADK. Already get a bunch of rain and not supposed to. Okay. Kyle, thoughts and prayers to all you guys. Stay safe right there, my friends. Rick Johnson's got 5 with 6, 7 with 234. Oh, Pietro's horse having a little bit of a issue here. Are we adjusting or are we taking the tack off? What are we doing?
Saddle adjustment looks like.
Saddle adjustment, okay. There's my buddy Keve, who has been riding very well lately. 4 is 6-1 right there. And take this off just for 1 second, my friend.
Sure.
And we'll get it right back on here for us all. There we go. Just want to get the screen up with the sound. There we go. Perfect.
From the West Coast.
Now we're good.
Now we got it. Now we're in
Going in
business.
for a start is Avo Man. Sunrise Drive is in gate 2. They're almost right with a
All
rose
right,
for
good
Raven.
luck to everybody. Once again,
Mighty
we've got a
Bachelor
2,
also
4,
has
5
tried a
exacta box, and
distinction
we're
back in
alive
action
in a
here.
daily double to the same 3 horses.
Yes.
Life is hard. Goes up. One of the 2 for the owner. Esperina Shigadans looks for a double.
6 is
and coming
going in the
is
gate
Fan Club.
sideways.
You're supposed to go that way.
Up at the start, Fan Club.
This is not England.
Has taken position. The
Horse
last
wanted to run around the
outside
track the
gate,
wrong way.
pride
What
of
about that
distinction.
horse in that video from Argentina I sent you? Was that crazy or what?
I know, that was crazy. Hey, Firsty. How are you, my friend?
Pride of distinction.
What?
Go
Thanks
in
for
there.
joining us.
Thursday.
Locked up.
That's hard to say.
Off
Happy
their
Thursday,
race,
first.
Breaks out. Perfect line. Sunrise Drive taken on. Going to the lead is Life is Hard with a Rose for Raven the inside.
Yep,
They
there is.
share the lead with a
Come
Rose for
on,
Raven. Going
Saheem.
clear a half to Life is Hard.
The Ford
Their
just went
outside
from
fan
6
club,
to
the
1
pace
to
is
5 to
keen
2.
early on and about
Wow.
What did I say? It's crazy. Did I say it or not?
Those little boys over on the inside with Avoman. A Rose for Raven, pressed on the outside by Fan Club, and now allowed to take a drop is Life is Hard, who's a length and a half away with a tremendous spot in third. One away in fourth is Sunrise
Come on,
Drive. Pride of
Saheem.
distinction on the outside of Anono's little boy. And pushing up in the center, Avoman. About 4.5 covers them, and together in front, a Rose for Raven being henpecked by Fan Club. They're 2 lengths in front of Sunrise Drive. Life is Hard, Pride of distinction, Anono's little boy. And the trailer is Avoman. They come to the 4.5. A Rose for Raven on the inside, a neck in front. Fan Club breathing down the neck, about 2.5 lengths away. Sunrise Drive, Life is Hard, a length to Pride of distinction, Nana's little boy, and yet to release the brakes, Avoman at the back. 3.5 furlongs to run. A Rose for Raven, Fan Club taken on. Sunrise Drive coming, circling them on the outside quickly, and makes a really fast move for the lead.
Come on with that two.
On his Pride of distinction pretty well behind. Life is Hard, and Avoman starting to wind up from the back pretty well, is coming into it nicely as they corner it on the outside. Sunrise Drive's gone to the front. Fan Club the center. Back on the inside. A Rose for Raven and 2.5 to Avoman, trying to catch the trio down the extreme outside.
Come on,
the outside, Sunrise Drive, a Rose for Raven, and trying to kick back his Fan Club, and Avoman reaching deep down the extreme outside, coming on any of the four and going to the front.
Get up to find the wire. Find the wire.
Avoman, Fan Club and Sunrise Drive, a head bob between Sunrise Drive
and
Fan Club. Leave that one to the photo. Avoman is
I don't know. That was
came
close.
on the rails. A Rose for Raven with Pride of distinction.
That
145.12 and a head bob.
That was close.
That's that classy $300,000 purchase I was talking about.
I know, huh? I know, yeah. Oh, I think
we got the bob.
we might have.
It's close.
Yeah.
First
It's
quarter,
tough with that
24
angle.
and
The
3,
6 was
half
kind
Yeah,
of
it is
9
bad
and 2
angle.
3/4. 1:14 and 2. They ran a mile and 1:38.
Emma
and 3.
Jane at 18 to
Final
1.
time 1:45.12. Here's a photo for the win.
We may have just gotten, no, let's see here. This was close. No,
And
6.
the winner is 6 Fan Club,
Oh.
of 2 Sunrise Drive,
Bummer.
3 Avoman, and 4
Emma.
Rose for Raven. It's
Just beat
6-2-3-4
out.
unofficial.
And that was the best of our doubles.
Yeah.
We should have never associated the lounge with doubling down.
No, exactly. That right there just
That's what
absolutely
did.
just jinxed our double. Yeah.
Did us in.
Yep.
Did us in. We never want to connect the lounge to that show.
No, no. But that's okay.
Karma.
Yeah.
That's all right, Sean, because that's going to put us right there. I'll adjust the bankroll here. And then we've got one more.
Unbelievable. We got one more. We're going to exactly. We're just going to get
All
it
right.
done.
So we've taken off that double wager and that exact, even though
Yeah.
we're unofficial, we know that it's good. So that'll put us at 88.20. So we're down about $11.80. And we got
Yeah.
one race to make it up.
Colin and I were on fire at Saratoga. Both of us were definitely it. Colin was hitting some winners there at Saratoga. There's Emma. For Stevie Churkoff. Chris Nolan, the owner, my cousin.
And
There
Fan
you
Club
go.
coming through.
Good job, Chris Nolan.
A gutsy performance here. In what is his 20th start? It comes to Woodbine and has had success.
Yeah,
straight away.
Laganos had won.
Congrats
Colin
to
with a huge.
Chris Nolan, winning owner. Stephen Churkoff, winning trainer. The bay gelding, a 6-year-old by Street Sense from Secret Return. And bred by Fred Hertridge III in Kentucky. Is
Now remember, if everyone's looking for a horse here, and Tim, you can write this down.
Fourth win.
There's a 2-year-old that's going to be running in a couple of weeks at Saratoga named Makes Sense. He is a 2-year-old owned by Centennial Farms. And his workmate, Uncaged, just ran this past weekend for Rapoli and dominated his field coming
really
from
good
behind.
Here with the winner
They have been working out together in tandem and step for step. So we wanted to see how the workmate would do, and the workmate came flying up for the win. So hopefully mean good things or make sense in a week or two at Saratoga.
The Super 6234, $690.90. The double for $65.50.
$39, $14.90. Look at Emma.
Pick 4-8 into 1, 2, or 4 with 6, $1,385.80.
You will, Colin.
6 swing at $12.70.
I gave you the tip before on the cage there. Come on now. Exactly. Yeah.
You know, that's just one that's hard to have right there. I mean, the horse coming out of 2 races to where he showed nothing at Indiana. He ran twice last year, once at Keeneland, once in Keeneland in October, January at Turfway, and then hadn't run since Churchill, you know, the year before. So it's like definitely had class for sure.
Good luck to the person. $2 in the pick six.
$2 of live money.
Good luck to the person in the
pick 6 with 1 race to go.
Yep, $2.
Definitely was the class, Alex, for sure.
Yes, for sure.
No reason for him to go off of, but sometimes you get that back class and it just jump up to bite you.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Look at that photo.
Oh, that's
a killer.
That is an absolute killer. Oh. Killer B right there.
Hey, Sean, before we talk about the next one, I'll be right back.
Okay, there you go. So we're coming up for the finale, the 8th race here at Woodbine Park on a Thursday on the Cocktail Lounge. Yeah, nice job, Bobby, getting your money back on the win on the 6th. Nice job, bud. Alex is pissed he didn't bet the 6th. Colin, yes, you will definitely get the tip beforehand. First with the team angle was strong in a race with no clear chalk. All right, there you go. Yeah, and gotcha. And we are 17 minutes away from race number 8. Take that off there for 1 second here. Thank you to everybody who's joined in tonight. And always love to see everybody in the Cocktail Lounge. I will not be on next week because I will be at Woodbine getting ready for the King's Plate, which will be very exciting. Seeing my Canadian racing family up there. Very excited to see them. So I will be up there. I know Rick half a nose, unbelievable. But, I will definitely be checking in to see how we're doing for sure. Live feed from Woodbine? No. I will be stuffing my face in the restaurant. No. But we will have some nice guests next week, which will be hosting. And Alex, you did a great job when I was up in Saratoga. Absolutely. You and Tim killed it that night. So we definitely tune in to see who will be hosting, and the winners will be flowing that night for sure. So we're excited for sure. And yeah, exactly. It looks like it's going to be a wet weekend, except for Ellis Park, who seems to be the wet seems to be free of the wet prevailing thing. So that's excellent. Yeah. So to everybody who has participated, well done. Well done. Yeah. So there we go. So, but we are going to try to finish on a hot streak here if we can. For sure. Thank you, everybody. We need Carson for the last one. I know, the X Factor. I know, exactly. Carson, I think Carson's doing something tonight. She couldn't join us, but we had her on Monday, which is a thrill. Yeah, so there we go, Tim. So we got, what do we got here? We got, oops, there we go. Gotta get my screen back on the right page here for us.
We can pull this off, though.
We can do it. We're only winners in the lounge. We got this. We got this. And we are maiden claim on the inner track. The inner track. And we got the, now interesting, yeah, exactly. We got Raphael and Katarina as the favorites here with Motor and Maggie on the outside. We got a full field of 8 here. The 9 and the 10 is scratched. But we can make money here for sure. Here on the inner track. Tim, Zach, so this is your race, right, my friend?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And Tim is going to bring us home winners. And we'll go into the 8th race, final race. 7.5 furlongs on the inner turf. Maiden 10,000s. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. And we got a contentious field here, which is going to be an interesting one for sure. And this is an interesting field. Let us know who you like here, guys. I'm going to bring the screen back up here so we can actually see the horses and what we're doing here. There we go. We got the 8 at 6-5 right now. And I thought this was an interesting race. If you look at this field, my number 1 pick was the 2, Tekensis, for Don. I thought this horse ran a huge race last time on the inner turf. He's 1 for 2 at Woodbine, but on a good turf, but maiden optional 40,000. That's Bravo, Kate Camaroso, and Cozy Curl and Kitten. Those horses all would have been 1 to 9 in this field. And so I really kind of throw that race out when you ran against this group. And that's the Daisuke Fukumoto trademark is coming from behind. And I was trying to see in this race, though, is there any speed that you could see? And the one problem for me is other than the favorite, Motor Maggie, who has never been on the turf, I don't see a lot of speed in this race. So I don't know how quite the 2 is going to close into this group. But the 8, just like Abley did in the other race, if the 8s are wild and they do, I originally had 2, 8, and 4, and Tekensis looks very good on the turf. I just don't know if the speed is going to quite hold up to where the 2 can actually, speed may hold up. I don't know how fast they're going to go for the 2 to close like he did, but if he does and the 8 is not does not take to the turf well, then I think he could be right there. So I was 2, 8, and 4. I do not usually like to see a Katarina horse in a maiden claiming race. That is not usually her typical place to be. So, how about you, Tim?
Much like you, I look at this race and I'm like, what is the race shape going to be?
Yeah.
It's so where's my speed? And just like you, I looked and I said, okay, the 8 is a horse that has clearly shown speed, but as you mentioned, this horse hasn't been on the turf, and I know that, you know, basically she's bred to be able to run on the turf. Good Samaritan has about 12%, you know, turf winners, so that's not horrible. But the dam has a little bit of a turf pedigree, so I can see it as far as the turf wanting to run. But is this horse going to come and dominate like the price says that she's going to dominate first time on the turf? At this price in this field, I'm going to play against that.
Yeah,
and. The one horse that I was kind of intrigued by in here, Sean, is the one horse, Chicago Typhoon.
Yeah,
this is a horse, you know, get in the inside in the 7.5 turf race. Basically, I think this horse has shown some ability to be close to the speed. If you look at those 2 turf races that she was on. I just think that she could sit potentially just off the 8, and if the 8 falls apart a little bit first time on the turf, this could be the one at a little bit of a price to pick up the pieces. Currently setting at 7-1 off a 15-1 morning line, so come down in price off the morning line. It gets the bug rider in 10 pounds. That's a big difference, I think. And then look at that 31 July work. That's a 101 bullet work, 5 furlongs. And yes, it was on the synthetic, but I look at the works for this horse. She really doesn't run 101s. Most of her works are 102, 103 when she runs 5 furlongs. So maybe a little bit of improved speed can be close enough. Her 5 furlong race was better than her 7.5 furlong race. But the interesting thing to me about that 7.5 furlong race was she lost to Air Force Reserve. And this is a horse we've been watching run up at Assiniboia, who was just in a race this week. I just think that horse is probably a little bit sneaky and might fly under the radar to get a piece here. If there's somebody coming from the back I like, I'm with you. I love the 2. I think that the 2 is going to be your closer in here, is going to need a pace to run into to win the race. I'm not sure that she's going to be able to get that kind of pace in here, which is why I think the 1 might be the sneaky play underneath with the other horses mainly wanting to close. I mean, the 4 has shown a little bit. Another one in here that closes. The 3 is another closer. Closed pretty well to finish 3rd, was just behind the 2 horse Texensis in that last race, and I don't think she turns the table on that horse this race. I just think the connections and everything about the 2 are a little bit better. So I just think we could potentially have a play to beat this 8 with the 1 horse in here.
Yeah. Do you like
I look at those picks, and my friend Doug McPherson's the only one to play the 1 down there. So we've been kind of aligned a little bit. And although he's got the 1 low there, and everybody's playing the 8, I get it. But, you know, trying something new for the first time might be the place to play against an even money favorite and try to hit a little bit of something.
Yeah, how about this? Charles has got an interesting horse here that I'm kind of intrigued. He's intrigued me with here is the 6, Pietro. Out of the Sunday Silence, silent name, you know, out of El Prado. That definitely is a turf background. You get Pietro up, you know, which is an interesting play there. You know, coming down into this level. Has not tried the turf yet, but has some nice pedigree there.
Exactly. I mean, but if I'm going to take a horse trying turf for the first time, I think the 8 is the one with, you know, the best opportunity to win out of those two. But I totally see that. I wouldn't talk anybody off of that. I'm just talking about me personally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Yep, there's a 5 right there. 17-1. Bobby D is the 8-6 with the 2-7. There's Rafi on the 8.
One thing interesting about the 6 that's kind of intriguing to me is that I was looking at the trainer stats here, because this horse has been running mile and 70s to end 22, did not run in 23, and since coming back this year has run a mile and a 16th twice. So now we're looking at, even though it's 2 turns, it's considered a sprint distance, a 7.5 furlong. So it's debatable as to whether that is or that isn't, but because it figures into the statistics, let's talk numbers. Okay. Yeah. When you look at the trainer going route to sprint, out of 8 races he's done that with so far this year, it's 1/2 of those.
Yeah, right. Is that, yep.
50% won 4 out of 8.
Yeah, and you get Pietro.
Right, and you get Pietro back. He stayed on board going to the grass.
Yep.
So pretty interesting play as well. So
I can see it, Charles. Yeah. To Kansas looks good on the track. Always trying his hardest. Was he 11 years old now to Kansas?
So as should be expected, the double favorite is the 8. But interestingly, right behind that is the 1 horse. It was a 15-1 morning line. So you look at the pick 6s, and there are 5 of those that are going to pay out. And then if the 3, 4, or 5 come in, it would be a 5 out of 6 situation.
Okay.
And then in the pick 3, which is the only other horizontal going, here's something for you, Sean. In the pick 3, the 8 is paying $35.98. The 1 is paying $35.71. So 27 cents less.
Wow.
So in the pick 3, it is the 1 that's the favorite. In the pick 6, they're even.
Wow.
And there are 4 horses, 3 horses that are even, paying $2,300 just because of the sequence and people having multiple horses in here. But I love the 1 a lot in here. And you know, interestingly, I'm still looking to put everything together here. But Kyle just threw something up here that is pretty similar to what I'm looking at here. So
yeah. Austin Adams trying to get a second win of the meet. Is the turf? Is the turf good, or is it firm? Do we know?
I believe it is, Sean. I
believe it's firm.
Actually,
it takes a lot even for the inner turf to get good. You know, it's usually very firm because the grass usually comes right off it, but I mean the rain usually goes right off it. So it's pretty hard to get a good you know.
All right, Sean, we're at the last race here, so
yes.
We need to get something in and let the people know what we're doing. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So in this race, I'm going to play something a little bit different from what you typically see us play on here a lot. And we're going to use a little bit of our bankroll. We're only down a little bit, and we're going to try to hit something here and go home big winners. So I am putting this in now, and I'll put it up and talk about it here. But this is what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to play $36 of our bankroll.
Wow.
And it's a little bit of a wager because it's a $2. If you want to play 18, just play it for $1. But we're going to play a trifecta key box. We're going to key the 1, with the 2, 6, and 8.
Yep. There you go.
So I think this one is going to be a piece at 13-1. The horizontals tell me it is. It's a horse I really liked before we saw everything else. And at 13-1 out of all those horses, this is the horse paying the most. And all of the exacta probables show that. So we're going to try to hit a trifecta with those 3 horses. And if we do, go home winners.
Love it.
Kyle says TVG shows the turf is good, Sean.
Well, thank you. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Yep. Yep. Move it just for 1 second here.
Alex, take that exacta box and turn it into a trifecta. Come on, man.
There you go. Come on.
It's the bailout.
It's the bailout. Time to bail it out, Alex. Take the pail and bail it out.
But he's not putting in my 1. What? What are you doing?
Trying to make money here. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're going into the gate. We get our friend Robert Geller back one more time.
The betting is favoring number 8 quite strongly, Motor and Maggie.
White.
And good support for Texan Sis. Classic Glory is next to go into gate 3. Joining the line is going to be Moet Monet for Sky Chanet's gate 4.
Be interested to see if your 1 drops, you know?
A bit waiting for Classic Glory.
For sure.
Nope, 14-9.
That's still not horrible, though. We'll take it out of the odds that are on the board. That's the one we want. And now 8.
Dropping like a stone.
Blink the money home to gate 5. The ride.
Dropping like it's hot.
Just about ready, Silent Diva. And Speed Loader has gate number 7 for Justin Stein. And to the outside gate to complete
2
the line
drops
will
to
be
3-1.
Motor and Maggie. Motor and Maggie walks up.
Rick's got 2 with 1, 3, 4, 6, 8 times 5.
Field is
2
now
all
almost set to run. A little reaction to the inside.
Whoa.
Texan Sis, a little restless.
Whoa,
Texan Sis was ready to get out.
That's there, yeah.
So the field is set.
Let him out.
Off their run.
Wow.
A good start on the inside for Chicago Typhoon. There's a wall of them going for the lead, and in the center, Bling to Money Homes run out in front. A fast beginning, Motor and Maggie deep on the track, and Silent Diva is racing handy.
5 is
And
not
behind
one
them
I
is
expected
Speed
to see out front.
Closer towards the inside is
There
now
goes- no,
about
there
3 or
goes
4
your
off
one.
the Classic Glory. Now 5 as this leader's run out fast to back second last,
What I
making ground
thought.
Moet Monet
That
and
one
Texas
could sit
Sis
there
is
with the
last.
8.
They're
You're down to
sprinting the field
3-1.
here. Link the money home by about
Crazy.
Going
Look at
forward,
that.
Motor and Maggie up on the outside of Chicago Typhoon, and 3 to Speed Loader, Silent Diva, Moet Monet.
We call that the
Well
riders
behind,
up
4 or 5
factor,
to
Sean.
Classic
Yeah,
Glory.
the riders
About
up
4
factor.
again,
Playing
Texas
a
Sis.
big
Well, they
part
haven't
here.
wasted time. They've gone through a fast fraction. 23 the first quarter. Blink the money home
23,
by
they're
2.5.
flying up.
Sharing second,
That horse
Chicago
is not
Typhoon,
holding that
Motor and
lead at that
Maggie, and
fraction.
Moet Monet goes up 3
Love what
wide.
my 1 is,
Length and
though.
a half, Silent Diva and Speed Loader as they start to bunch. 4 or 5 to Classic Glory, and Texan Sis is last. 3/8 left to run and still in front. Blink the money home.
1-1.
Taken on by Moet Monet, and coming home is Speed Loader around the outside of in the center, and
Don't
pushed
need that
along
4,
the
though.
favorite Motor and Maggie with Chicago Typhoon the rail. Looking for room, Silent Diva, then Classic
Let's
Glory,
go.
and last Texan Sis. And Moet Monet has reached the lead on the outside of Blink the Money Home as they corner, and trying to come after them is also Chicago Typhoon as they come down
Come
the
on, that
stretch.
one.
Chicago
There comes
Typhoon
one.
takes
Come on,
over
that
Moet
one. Come
Monet,
on, 6.
then Silent Diva and Speed Loader. Chicago Typhoon has gone on by and swept clear, and Chicago
Look at this
Typhoon is
2 out of
running
the
away.
Yeah, 2-6.
Chicago Typhoon storming on to
2-6.
win by 4.5 to Texan Sis. Got up
Only
to
winners in the
last to
line.
six. Silent Diva third.
Boom!
Moet Monet followed by
In the
Speed
line.
Loader. And the time
Look at
1:30
My
to
1 on
11.
top. Where's that
Yeah.
8?
And nowhere to be found. Love it. Only winners in the lounge. Only winners.
Sweetness.
Only winners in the lounge. Look at this.
Boom.
Boom. Love it.
Sean, we hit coming in. We hit going out. Only winners in the
Boom.
lounge, baby.
Thank you, Ron. He was
So
3-1. He went from 14 to 1 to
Colin,
9
he
to
went,
1
he
to
went
8 to
down
1.
to 3-1. He
Yeah.
went into the gate at 9-1.
Yeah. He was when he reached the gate, he was 14 to 1.
Yeah. But that's why I say I love that one.
13-100s
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the first
yeah,
quarter,
yeah.
so they were flying early.
Look
47
at that.
to the
That's a
half,
nice try.
112,
3-4, 7-2, and the
quarter,
favorite
7/8,
off the board.
25
Yep.
to the time.
Gotta love it.
132.11.
Gotta
The winner
love it.
is number 1,
Love to see it.
Chicago
Love to
Typhoon.
see it.
Second is number 2, Texas Sis.
Never.
Third, 6, Silent Diva. Fourth,
Thank
number
you,
4,
Caroline
Moet
Moon.
Monet. And 7 was 5th, Speedloader. 1, 2, 6, 4, 7. The unofficial top 5.
Yep. And,
All right, Carolina Moon had the one to win. Nice.
Good job. Good
Love
job.
it.
Love to see that. And this is another
How about
thing,
that
as I
drop in
said.
the odds?
Yeah, as I said too, right? I do not like to see Katarina horses in maiden claiming races. You know what I'm saying? That she's that's usually not a great thing, But 3-4 step. Look at this. Only winners in the lounge. Love it.
All right, guys, this is going to be like the third week in a row of winners in the cocktail lounge. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Only winners, baby. We've been winning here, winning on Monday
Only
Night
winners.
Lights.
Good job, Alex. Thank you as always, my friend. Good. Be safe at work. Yeah, the odds can be crazy up there. Yep. Austin Adams with the second win of the meet. Boy, DeKensis came flying out of nowhere.
Yes.
It was motoring. Pietro's horse ran a nice race too. Yep. And the 8
I was worried that Sky was going to mess us up, and
yeah.
but the
This
2
is
and
gonna be a
6
nice ride.
flying.
Making videos, I think I'm safe.
I hope others got a piece of that.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely played it.
There it was. One with the 268.
Boom. Making our weekends a little bit brighter. Even in the
Absolutely. Just building the bankroll.
official results. The results are official.
So let's see what our $2 pays here and update our bankroll.
Nice to see him win a race. He was really struggling. So it's great to see him
Yes.
win a race. And that was a one beautiful ride. That'll get him some real
It was. And I think the 10 pounds made a big difference as well.
huge difference. Yep. Yep.
Gotta love that.
Mara says, nice one, Tim.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Only winners in the lounge.
And the final race has gone to Chicago Typhoon. A great performance here on the inner turf by Chicago Typhoon. And that is success for Nathan Squires as the winning trainer. And Andrew C. Ritter, the winning owner. The 4-year-old Bay Filly by Get Stormy from Black Hawk Honey was bred in Kentucky by Ledgelands LLC and Andrew Ritter. And the winning rider is Austin Adams.
Good job, young man.
Chicago Typhoon.
Great job, Austin. Nathan Squires, one of the most underrated trainers in the country.
That result is now official.
120.50.
$60.25 for $1, but we have
So 120.50.
120.50.
$60.25.
And it was a $12 wager, so we had 108.
The jackpot high
We're
five,
88.
12647,
We end up with 196.70.
Look at that. Only winners in the lounge, everybody. Take a bow.
87 cents. The final double, 6-1,
Take a bow.
222.
There you have it. We almost doubled up tonight. Started out with $100. We end up with 196.70. Hopefully you did the same. Doubled your bankroll or more.
Boom. Love it.
Get out, got out.
Fantastic.
Pick three numbers.
Always great.
1,
people.
2, or 4, where the winner was the 2. Or I
Great
should say was
job.
the 4. The scratch is the 1.
All right. Well,
Boom.
again, if you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you can get notified when we put out all the content.
Yes, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
we've always got something coming out. The formula just put out a video for this weekend. We'll see if that happens. It happens to be at Saratoga. So good luck wherever you're playing this weekend. Don't forget Monday night. We will be back at Assiniboia Downs for Monday Night Lights. Next Thursday, I will be here, but my friend Sean will be reporting from the track at Woodbine. We'll have on-track analysis coming in from the man himself.
Yes, exactly. So look forward to it. And thank you to everybody who joined us tonight. And exactly. And good luck. And everybody be safe this weekend with all the weather. If you got some bad weather in your area, definitely stay safe as always. So
be safe. Good luck. Have a great weekend.
Bye.